Buddy, welcome to episode 8 of the Denver Broncos ChemLock rebuild on Super Mega Baseball 4. In this episode, we'll be watching an Evan Ingram start against Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks. We'll be simming versus Atlanta versus Miami and at San Francisco prior to that game, and what we're actually going to do after that. Because of how the season is structured, we only have 2 more episodes of the regular season. So instead of just going with like the first pitcher and then the second pitcher like we would normally would, in the middle of those episodes I'll be deciding on the fly which game we'll be watching. So it could be any of those next 4. So it'll be depending on, how we're looking with the division and the records of our opponents and whatnot. So we'll see what happens when we get there. One more thing I wanted to show you before we began was last episode we had Courtland Sutton at number 2 in the MVP race. As of now, game 29 out of 40. Courtland Sutton is not only number 1, but Quinn Miners is number 2. That's absolutely fantastic for this roster. Sutton is, I believe, leading the league with 10 home runs, and Miners is 1 behind him at 9. Same thing goes with RBI, slugging percentage, OPS. This is just a fun duo on offense. Pat Surtain and Court both have 21 runs scored. Quinn Miners is right behind him at 20. So, I just wanted to share that. Sutton and Miners are absolutely killing it right now. So is the whole team. I mean, we're 21-7. We're the 1 seed in the entire league right now. So, I just wanted to shout that out real quick before we got started. So, we're hosting the 8-9 Atlanta Falcons to begin this episode. Got a suggested lineup. I think we're going to go ahead and start Amir Abdullah there, catcher. Quinn Miners is still just absolutely on fire. That is awesome to see. Power versus lefties. And Divine Diablo is a lefty. So this is going to be a fun one. Any other changes I want to make? I think we're good right now. We're going to hop in, hop out on this one. And we'll see what happens. Xavier Watts, Bijan Robinson, and Billy Bowman are all dealing with injuries for Atlanta.
Baseball fans, welcome to
That kind of sucks for them, but let's hope we can take advantage and, blow out. At least get a win. I just want the win. That's all I'm worried about. Final in the 7th in extras, we beat them 2-1. Okay. A lot closer than I thought, but it doesn't matter. You're invited to a tailgating party. Who brings your +1? We're going to grab Mike McGlinchey here because we need to boost his loyalty up. Because I think I want to keep him for next season. We'll see what happens on that one. The team slideshow projector is not working again, and you have some really great vacation photos to share. Who are you putting on IT duty? I might as well put Abdullah on there. Next season, I'm planning on finding a second catcher. So he's been a good depth piece this season, but I don't see him hanging around for much longer. I actually unchecked a bunch of these earlier. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Court has a PDO, +2 power, +1 speed, zoo trip. The New Orleans Saints cut Noah Fant, C overall, second and third baseman, and they signed Ernest Jones, C+ overall, shortstop, and right fielder. Chicago cut Curtis Samuel, a C overall center fielder with Whiffer and Steeler, and they signed Chris Jenkins, a 24-year-old first baseman with Dive Wizard. Buffalo released Tre'Davious White, a C overall starting pitcher, and replaced him with long reliever Greg Dulcich, 25 years old, pick officer and injury prone. And New England signed Joe Mixon, a 29-year-old C-plus first baseman with rally starter and injury prone. And they cut Mac Hollins, C- center fielder. Fuck you, Mac Hollins. Alright, we're gonna see what's going on here. I'm gonna let Benito sit in this game. I'm gonna let RJ Harvey start. And yeah, I'll just let RJ Harvey take that start. Again, we're gonna jump in, jump out real quick. I am so surprised with how well the season's going, man. Like, I expected a season where we were just battling to stay above 500, you know, fighting for our lives for a wild card spot. But I mean, it mimics the real life Broncos in the NFL, and we lose 5-4 to Miami. That was an upset. You've taken the last bottle of heartburn medicine. Who are you going to make restock it, Pat Surtain or Nick Benito? I'm going to have to drop Pat Surtain because I can't let Benito go into 44 loyalty. I want to keep Benito around. So sorry, Pat. You didn't order enough talc for the team. Who's left out? We're gonna drop JK. He's a good reliever, but we got really good bullpen right now, so I'm not too worried about that. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but we're now half a game behind the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh man. This is what I did not want to happen because we've been dominating all season. We can't let the Chiefs hang around just to steal it at the very end. Oh man, we got to turn that around. Okay. AJ Dillon was signed to Cleveland, a C-plus first baseman, and they signed him to replace Grant Delpit, 27 years old center fielder with easy target and magic hands. C-plus overall. Atlanta cut Austin Hooper, a 31-year-old reliever, C-, and they signed C overall 23-year-old closer Jake Majors. The Patriots cut Tommy DeVito, a C overall starter with Meltdown, and they signed Trenton Gill, a C overall reliever with Metalhead. Buffalo cut Josh Palmer, a C overall reliever, or right fielder. I always do that. Right fielder, 26 years old, and they signed Riley Patterson, a C overall reliever with age 26. I think I usually use Riley Patterson a lot in like shuffle drafts as like a late bullpen arm, so he's pretty solid. Kansas City cut Jawan Taylor, falls behind and choker, 28-year-old C overall starter, to sign Aaron Rodgers, 42 years old, starting pitcher, C-plus overall with specialist and K collector. Wow, that was a pretty solid move. I had my eyes on Rodgers in case we wanted to cut Evan Ingram or something, but I mean, I guess we're too late. Buffalo cut Geno Stone, a C-plus overall right fielder, 26 years old, and signed Jamin Davis, a C overall shortstop who's 27. Jonah Ellis finally got to play catch with his dad. Good for him. He went from 47 fielding to 52, remains a B- overall. He's been a pretty solid improvement as a backup first baseman. I really like him on the bench. The Commanders cut Treylon Burks, 25 years old, third baseman, contact versus righties, and a C overall. And they replaced him with Jay Higgins, third baseman, with no kind of utility, but he has sign stealer, C overall, and he's 23 years old. So that's an interesting move. All right. So we're going to sim this next game. I think I want to... For one more game, I'm going to sit Waddle for Mims. Mims is locked in, so I want to keep him hanging out there. Benito, I'm going to sit him for Harvey again. Hopefully he can get back to neutral mojo. And we're going to jump in, jump out.
The stands are filling up here.
We really need to get some victories because I do not want to leave Kansas City in first place, man. Alright, we got a 3-2 win. Let's go. We're still behind them technically on run differential, but we're right there. A couple of players are feeling blue about not seeing action today, but you need to go home to feed your fish. Who do you not have time to comfort? I was leaning towards moving off of Garrett Bowles in the offseason. He's a great player, but he's 39. He's 33 years old, I'm sorry, making $9.6 million. So he's making more than his valuation. His ERA is not good. That probably has to do with last week's game against the last episode's game against the Colts. He came in a bad spot. But yeah, he's 33. Jahdae Barron still has a future with the team. Unfortunately for Garrett. Alright, so Kansas City has control of the division right now. That is not good. I hate this so much. Got a PDO for Pat Surtain. 25% chance to lose bad ball hitter. I do not like that. New York cut Geno Smith. C overall. 35-year-old starter with consistent, and they signed Royce Freeman, a C overall 29-year-old starter. The Rams cut Jimmy Garoppolo. C- overall, age 34 starter with injury prone, and they replaced him with Elijah Mitchell, who's 27, C overall starter with injury prone as well. Okay. So again, we got the 5 seed. I hate saying it, but we have the 5 seed pretty much locked up. I just don't want the 5 seed though. I want the 1 seed. We have to. I can't believe we let Kansas City catch up to us. They must have been on like a hell of a run, wins wise, because they were catching up. They were holding firm with us the whole time, and then as soon as we lose to the Colts, like they were just able to jump over us for the division. Court +2 power +1 speed. We have 2.2 million that we can use, but I don't know if I want to use it. I'll be all about this one for Pat if we didn't have a chance to lose bad ball hitter. I think Pat's loyalty is now in the 60s. 68. I just don't want to risk losing bad ball hitter. That's such a fucking good trait. And Jonah Ellis has +2 speed. We're not going to do that. Pat is the only one that we're thinking about. But because of the shot to lose, I can't. We got to just hope we get a manager moment where we can boost Pat a little bit more. We're jumping into this one. Oh, wait. Jumping into this one to watch. Mike McGlinchey is well. So he's banged up a little bit, but he'll be fine in this game. He is also locked in. Jonah Ellis. We'll give him the start. Zach Allen is the DH. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't know why Court is so far. Why is the lineup like this? Drew Lock. Yeah, he's obviously not an ace. So Benito's not necessary for ace exterminator. You know what? I think we just have that good of a lineup this week. Let me drop Ellis a little bit. I think we're good to go here, honestly. Let's see alternates. Yeah, let's go with these alternates for Seattle. And then we have our away uniforms. Yeah. All right, we'll jump in. Oh man, we really need this win. We really need this win. All of a sudden, we're trying to catch up with the Chiefs. Yes, I really don't like this, man. I hate this feeling. We're getting close to the end of the season, man. Pat Surtain is tense, but he is leading off with his bad ball hitter trait. Drew Lock does have 4 pitches, two fastball and 2 off speed. Throwing 2 balls right away. Pat Surtain hits a foul. Drew Lock does have choker and volatile, both at tier 2. Okay. And just like that, Pat's out at first. I love these uniforms for Seattle, these throwbacks. I'm very happy with these, how they look. And Mike McGlinchey is up. He is locked in, but he's well. Ooh, swings at it, and just like that, strike 2, and swings at strike 3, and he's out. Quinn Miners is locked in. Tier 2 power versus lefties and RBI hero. Neither is active, but he has 9 home runs on the year. Can he tie Cortland Sutton here? I didn't check to see if they're still leading the league. I assume they are, but it's been a couple games. All right, we got a full count here. Swing at this one. Oh, Quinn Miners lets that one go. And strike 3 looking. All right. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has tier 2 high pitch. Evan Ingram. You do not throw at high pitch. Throw it low. And they have high pitch. Ball 1. I ranted about this so much last game, or last episode. Like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. it's, I just can't. Leonard Williams is up. He has 3 home runs on the season, 9 RBI.
Ball inside.
Evan Ingram kind of battling for a roster spot for next year. And he gets him out at first. Charles Cross is up, the catcher. Doesn't have speed, but he got good power and solid contact. I believe Ingram's been a pretty decent number 4, but I want to improve at that position in the offseason. I know it's too early to look at the offseason. Like, we still got, what, like 10 games to go or something like that? 8 games to go.
15.
Plus the playoffs, but I just like looking at what we need. We don't need a second baseman, because Nick Benito's an absolute stud. Lock's been pitching pretty well so far, in that first inning at least. And Benito gets his first hit. And Zach Allen comes up the DH. Long reliever, he got good power, and he's locked in. Ooh. Strike 1. A little inside, but I can see it. And that one's caught out at third base. Benito stays at first as Cortland Sutton is up. Tier 2 contact versus righties is active. Okay, never mind about the comment earlier. Court has 11 home runs. Alright, we got a tip foul for strike one. Blast this one up. Unfortunately, it'll go foul. And then it'll get caught. Okay.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 52, Jonah Ellis.
Jonah Ellis is up. The young bench piece. He has good power. I like him a lot. But not when he swings like that. He has big hack. But he'll be thrown out at first. Okay. Abraham Lucas, Nick Emanwari, and Zach Charbonnet will be the top three in this inning. As Lucas comes up, he's only hitting a 125, but he has 2 home runs and 5 RBI. He's got really good power, but nothing else. And that nothing else comes into play as he is thrown out at first. Emanwari is up now. He is locked in. He's a switch hitter. He's also only hitting a 172, and he has 5 RBI on the season. Ooh, and that was a good hit out to left field. Waddle throws it back in, and he'll be safe at first. That was a solid contact on that one. Zach Charbonnet comes up with a man on first. Decent power, decent speed, but he has lower contact. Batting, hitting .231 on the season. And Pat Surtain makes the catch. Barely has to move. New free agent signing David Njoku is up. He has tier 2 high pitch. Second baseman. And Evan Ingram's going to throw him high balls. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I ranted about this last episode too much. And stealing second. Wow, that was a good jump on it. That was a great jump. As Emanwari steals second, but it's all for naught as Benito makes the catch. Top of the third here. 1-1 hit-wise, and the score is still 0-0. Talanoa Hufanga is up with tier 2 mind gamer. 14 RBI on the season, hitting .338 with 1 homer. Let's see if he can make it 2. Drew Lock's pretty mid in his stats throughout his pitching stats. His ERA and WHIP aren't bad though. They're pretty good. Full count. Funga hits this one up, but it's not going to be far enough as it dies at the warning track. Emanwari makes the catch. Jalen Waddle is up now. 7 RBI on the season. Hitting a .333. And he is in the 9th spot. 1 out. Oh, that was right down the middle. He could have swung on that one. 1-1 count. Tips this one up to left field, but unfortunately it's going to be caught out by Charbonnet. And Surtain is back up again. He is 0 for 1 last time. He's still tense. But that tier 2 bad ball hitter can activate at any second. And it won't be this second because it lines it out to Abraham Lucas. Rashid Shaheed, Elijah Arroyo, and JSN are the top 3 here. Shaheed doesn't have much power, but he has decent contact and really good speed. This is Wood foul. He has base runner as well at tier 2. And swing and a miss. Swing and a miss as Elijah Arroyo comes up, the shortstop with tier 2 rally starter and tier 2 easy target. .335 average this season with 1 RBI. Swing and a miss on that one. And a ball from Ingram. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind keeping Ingram next season as my number 4 and another mojo drop. I wouldn't mind keeping him next season in my number 4 if I can't find a good, you know, a good replacement, a good upgrade. But I don't know. I don't know how we're feeling. We'll see. 2-1 count. And JSN takes advantage of high pitch, but Surtain throws it in. JSN is safe at first. That was so close. And a mojo drop for Ingram. I think he went back to neutral. Leonard Williams is up. Yes, he did. That injury prone as well. I don't think it's really had an impact yet, but that tag just being there prevents any good traits from coming in. As we get a fair ball into left field. Now we got runners on the corners. The throw does not get there in time. Charles Cross is up for his second at bat, looking for his first hit. We have runners on first and runner on first and runner on third, and we have 2 outs. So we need this defense to bail us out. 2 strikes. That was right down the middle. Cross didn't even try to swing. And we'll get out of that one. We got lucky there. Second half of this game.
Number 69.
Mike McGlinchey is up. He is locked in. Locked in. That power and contact looked juicy. Got a 1-1 count now. And he just hits it right to Njoku.
The first baseman,
Second baseman.
number 77.
Okay. When Miners is up, he's in neutral. I think last episode he wouldn't get out of on fire. He hits this one deep, but it'll go foul. And JSN can't quite get to it to make the catch. Kind of got lucky on that one. Miners gets another shot as we have a 1-2 count. Swings on this one. This one's going. Is it? Oh, it dies the winning drive. Okay. And Man Warrior makes the catch.
Number 15.
Doesn't quite get to the wall. Benito comes up. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. Man, Seattle's been getting real lucky with some of these hits that just don't quite make it to the wall. And swing and a miss for Benito, and he gets struck out. Drew Lock's been playing really well, though. I'll give him that. He's been playing well in this game. Abraham Lucas is up. Good power once again. But he's 0 for 1 today. Two 1 count. Lucas hits this one foul. And blasts this one in the air. Looks like Hufunga's going to rally it up and make the catch. Yep. Out at center field. Email Warrior is locked in. And he hit that. He had that nice contact hit into left field last time. He's going to try to do that again. And this time it's to center field. Hufunga can't quite get there in time. I thought he was going to slide for it. I think if he would have slid or dove or something, he would have made that catch. But now, Email Warriors 2 for 2. Charbonnet is up. And inside for ball 1. Kind of a lob there. Swing and a miss for a strike. Now we got 2-1 count. 2 balls. That's ball 3. Oh boy. And walks him. Okay. So David Njoku's up with high pitch. We know how this goes. And 2 runners on. I don't like this. I don't like this at all as he hits it to left field. And at least one's going to score. Those at the third base. He is safe. Wow. I thought Charbonnet was going to be out at third.
Now pitching.
That sucks. Riley Moss comes in relief. He's volatile. And this one goes right between his legs. Okay. On the very first pitch. Seattle has the 2-0 lead. as Arroyo comes up.
Elijah Arroyo.
Oh man, we can't. We still got a couple innings left, but I don't like the start of this. And this one just dribbles. Wow.
Now batting.
Wow, that was perfect scenario for Seattle. Now JSN is up with tier 2 high pitch and bases loaded with only one out. Ah, this is unfortunate. This is a bad spot. I don't like this at all. And this one gets hit deep. Hufanga makes the catch, but a runner's going to score. Runner's going to score, make it 3-0. So we got runners on the corners and 2 outs. Leonard Williams is up. He's 1 for 2. Power versus righties is active at tier 2. This one gets hit up, but Cortland Sutton makes the catch. So Seattle goes on a 3-run rally there. Rally? 3-run run. Zach Allen is up here, 2-2 stimulated. Nothing's active though. Locke's been playing really well in this game. I'll give him that. Allen tips one up, goes foul. 0-2 count. And this one grounds out, and it'll be out at first.
Now batting. The right field.
Last couple episodes, man, we've been falling apart. Cortland Sutton's up, tier 2 contact versus righties. Ooh, that could have been swung on. And that one is swung on, and it goes foul. 0-2 count. And this one's also just dribbled down to Arroyo.
Now batting. The third baseman.
Now Jonah Ellis is up, tier 2 big hack.
Ellis.
He went 0 for 2, he is 0 for 1 on the day. Tier 2 choker for Drew Lock because the pressure is active. But he's also on fire, so it kind of counters it. He's getting a little tired, but he's still good to go. That was a ball. He shouldn't have swung it. That was a low ball. 1-2 count. Another foul. That was way outside. That was way down low. Full count. Swing and a miss. Oh. Bottom of the 5th here. Seattle has a 3-0 lead. Man.
Number 67. Charles Ross.
We're trying to catch the Chiefs, man. We can't. Every game is so important for us. And that'll be out at first. Abraham Lucas is up. 0 for 2 so far. And swings on that one. That one rolls slowly to Ellis. Ellis throws it in. Out number 2. Eman Warrior is up again. 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. He's been playing well this game. Strike 1. Ball outside. And tips this one up. And that will end his perfect day, as he will be caught out by Nick Benito. Alright, we're at the top of the 6th. The Broncos need at least 3 runs or it's all over.
Center fielder, number 9.
Hufanga is up. Tier 2 Mind Gamer is active. Locke is still in. Is Locke trying? Seattle's trying to get Locke to throw a complete game. We'll see what happens, but... Ooh. That was way inside. Almost hit Hufanga. 3-1 count. Got a swing on this one. And this one goes foul. Oh, that looked like a good pitch to swing at. But he mistimed it. And this one goes foul as well. Okay. That was too high. Hufanga gets walked. Jalen Waddle was up with a runner on first. This game is far from over, man. We got this whole inning. As Jalen Waddle hits one up, unfortunately it'll get caught by Eman Warrior. And he keeps the runner on first. So we got one out.
Shortstop.
Pat Surtain is up, though. He's still tense. He's over 2 today. Any given pitch, he can come in.
19.
Marvin Mims comes in for Hufanga on first base, and Drew Lock gets pulled for Gray Zabel. He has 4 pitches, 2 of each, and pretty solid middle of the road stats across the board. Come on, Pat. I wonder if he's going to try it. I wonder if he's going to try a steal. Got max pressure. And nope. Okay. It won't be a double play. Pat will make it the first in time.
69.
But Marvin gets out at second. Mike McGlinchey is up, locked in. Come on, dude. We need your power right here. Hits this one deep. Oh, is it going to go? Is it going to go? It does. It does. Okay, 2-run shot by Mike McGlinchey. Just like that. 437 feet. Let's go. It's 3-2. 2 outs. Quinn Miners is up. 0 for 2 today, but he has incredible power. He has 9 homers on the season. Let's make it 10, dude. Let's make it 10. Ray Zabel is tense, and it doesn't even matter. And Joker throws him out at first. Okay. We dropped this one 3-2. That's unfortunate. Ah. In a race to try to win back the ABC West, we drop a game to a pretty bad team. I think Seattle was like 8-13 or something like that. Something really bad. But that's the kind of game that we can't lose. Seattle out-hits us 7-2. JSN was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Email Worry 2 for 3 with a run. No home runs for Seattle. Mike McGlinchey had the only home run on the entire day. Dang, man. Drew Lock had a fantastic game. 5.1 innings pitched. He allowed 1 hit, threw 1 walk, and threw 4 strikeouts. Incredible. And he gets the... I believe he gets the win for this one. But Engram... not so much. Not so much. Drew Lock wins MVP of this game. Mike McGlinchey is second, 1 for 3, a 2-run RBI, or a 2-run homer, sorry. And then Email Worry 2 for 3 with a run and a stolen base. Dang. That's the kind of game we can't lose. The media's asking who you thought was outstanding to this game. Look at Drew Lock was outstanding to this game, but I'll give it to McGlinchey. Goes up to 71 loyalty. Yeah, Seattle's 9. They were 8-23. That sucks, man. Way to end the episode on a bad note. Let's look at the division. Kansas City is still only 1 win ahead of us, and they're only up in the run differential by 2. I think they must have lost the last game. They lost to the Chargers 3-0 in the last game. So the Chargers doing us a favor there. But the Chargers are sneaking up too. They have 20 wins on the season as well. They're 3 games behind us, and we're 1 game behind Kansas City. So as of now, we are still top of the wild card. Chargers are second. And Kansas City is the 1 seed in the whole league right now. So we'll have to hope to catch up. Chicago Bears cut Case Keenum, a C overall 37-year-old starter with consistent and choker, and they signed Matt Prater, former Bronco, C+ overall 41 years old composed reliever. Quinn Miners also flew in last night, and boy, are his arms tired. He lost 4 arm. He goes from 80 to 76. He stays at A minus overall. And Chicago also cuts Khalif Raymond, a 31-year-old long reliever with walk prone, a C overall. And they replace him with Micah Hyde, a C plus overall, 35-year-old first baseman with wild thrower. All right, let's look at league leaders. Court is back to second again. Man, it's crazy how much these change every couple of games. Cortland Sutton and Quinn Miners are 1 and 2 when we started this episode, and now Court's number 2 and Quinn is number 9. And they still lead the league in home runs, though. Miners is tied with Tavondre Sweat for 9, but they're still leading in homers. So that's still really cool to see. Yeah, so like I was saying, the next episode, we're going to be playing one of these games here, the Rams and the Cardinals. So it's more than likely going to be one of the games against the Chargers that we're going to play next week, and more than likely one of the games against the Chiefs after that. Oh, definitely one against the Chiefs. We're not going to play the Raiders. So it's going to be interesting, man. This division's coming down to the wire. The last 2 episodes, we're 23 and 9, and we're trying to get back in the division race. Well, not in the race, but you know what I mean. We're trying to get first place back. That's crazy, dude. All right, well, that'll do it for the end of this episode. Let me know what you think about the division race. Like, we're only 1 game back. Chargers only a couple games back of us. So it's going to come down to the absolute last game, most likely. What do you think about that? What do you think about Evan Ingram as the starter, number 4 starter? Do you think he should stick around? Do you think we should just wait and see what happens? Give me any kind of feedback below. And until then, I'll see you all later.